In my list of great movies, most of the movies are American. This is because America is the home of Hollywood, a multi-studio movie industry which has been a dominant voice in global cinema from the early days of the art form to the present. The Kid is the oldest American movie in this list, and so our introduction to America comes through the eyes of our hero, the Tramp, a poor man dressed in a distinctive costume of bowler hat, mustache, and cane, played by the director Charlie Chaplin. Chaplin was world famous for his mastery of silent physical comedy, which could speak to people in a universal language and inspire compassion for the common man. While most of Chaplin's earlier work was short films, The Kid was the first feature-length movie he directed. Chaplin uses this creative freedom to lean into the serious side of his artistic work, telling a story that is equally comic and tragic. In this story, the Tramp takes an orphan boy under his wing. At the beginning of the movie, we see an unmarried mother compared to Jesus carrying the cross. Here we can see a reference to Christian scripture, where Jesus says, "Just as you did it to one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did it to me." In these words, Jesus is saying that his spirit is within all who suffer, and the movie uses this teaching to argue for feminism, the struggle for women's equality, pointing out that it is unjust that when an unmarried couple has a child, it is so easy for society to burden the woman with the full responsibility. Even if she is partly to blame for the child's conception, she still deserves compassion and help. Because she is too poor to care for him, the mother abandons the baby, and then the Tramp rescues him. This rescue at the center of the story continues this theme of the divinity in the poor and suffering, motivating us to help each other through acts of charity. And yet, sometimes we do not have the wisdom to do charity successfully. The Tramp eventually learns his ability to care for the child may not be enough. The boy may be better helped by a charitable institution. When the Tramp dreams, he has a sentimental dream, a dream of heaven, which may be the only utopia he can imagine. But even in his imaginary heaven, things are still not perfect. Suffering is a part of life, and we can't escape this. But we can learn how to deal with it. Our ability to deal with it, like the characters in The Kid, often depends on the charity of others, through which we work towards redemption and justice.